And we are live for the fourth quarter. Once again, we apologize for the tenacious technical difficulties we've had to deal with today. But a big stop for St. Joe's there. Zaketh, what happened on that last play?
I mean, I think the one thing we got to bring up is how good Rodney Fanning's been for the Falcons today. He's been great in the run defense today. He had a couple tackles there in the backfield, and now he has a sack, and he also plays in the O-line. So you got to imagine how tired he's been, but he's been great for this Falcons.
And there was a big stop on that 3rd and 16 for St. Joe's. They forced an incomplete pass. So the Falcons, barring something crazy, will be receiving this punt with 9 minutes left to go, down 2.
Yeah, and maybe that touchdown earlier was the momentum shift the Falcons needed to finally take over this game like they have.
It looked like it was. Jeremy DeCaro back to receive the punt. It's a short punt.
DeCaro
takes a far bounce. DeCaro
gonna let it go.
Gonna let the ball go, and it's gonna roll to about the St. Joe's 22-yard line. So not great field position here for the Falcons. 8:50 on the clock, 23-21. Elizabeth leads here in the fourth quarter as Daniel DeGennaro is going to head out. And there's going to be a flag on the play. Looks like it's going to be against Elizabeth. So that'll move the ball up a little bit for St. Joe's, which is good to see, but shouldn't be too much. So still a long way to go for the Falcons. And Zaketh, where about on the field would you say you have to get get in Huseth's field goal range?
I think around the 30, 40-yard line. Not 40, but, a little bit under the 30-yard line is good enough range for him, and I think that's something very doable based on what we've seen.
The one field goal he has this year was a 23-yarder. So, yeah, I would say about the 20 to 30-yard line St. Joe's has to get to. Of course, you're trying for the touchdown, but that would still give you the lead late in the fourth quarter. So out comes this offense. No wide receiver set. 2 running backs in the backfield. DeGennaro under center.
I'm pretty sure this is the set where we usually see 2 men on motion and play is blown dead.
DeGennaro takes a snap. It's going to be a handoff to Jones. Amari Jones has been an X factor for this St. Joe's offense today. It's another decent run there for number 2.
Yeah, and we always talk about how one guy usually separates themselves from the rest in that three people backfield. And today it's been Omari. He's just gotten loose multiple times, and now he has 2 touchdowns, and he looks to be the guy today.
Yeah, sometimes it's Huntley, sometimes it's DeCaro, but today and last game, Amari Jones has been the clear number 1 guy for St. Joe's. DeGennaro, handoff to DeCaro, and it goes nowhere. But DeCaro will fight for a little bit, so it'll be a decent gain for St. Joe's. It's going to be Gramad on the tackle. 3rd and short for St. Joe's. And Zaketh, it's been 2 straight runs. So I'm guessing on 3rd and 2, we see another run here.
I wouldn't put it past Coach Tracy, but usually we also see play action, and I think this is the time where we're going to see Maglicano being targeted on one of those short routes, maybe DeCaro.
It is risky, but if a pass is completed, that could go a long way, especially with the playmakers on this field. Going to be that same formation. Jones in the backfield, Huntley in motion, handoff to Amari Jones. Jones going to fight through the tackle, and it looks like it should be a first down for the Falcons.
Stop by number 10, Jashir Shumate.
Got about 7.5 minutes left to go. It'll actually be a 2nd and 4 for St. Joe's.
2nd and 4 for the Falcons on the 30-yard line.
So just about under 8 minutes left to go, Ben. You think Falcons are not in any rush to score, or do you think?
For me, I would be. I wouldn't try and rush your offense and make silly mistakes, but I mean, you're still down and you're at your own 30-yard line, so it's not like this game is over and you could end it whenever you want. You still have a long way to go to take the lead. And if you get stopped on this drive, you're going to have to get that ball back. So I would be going 100% right now if I was the Falcons. The rush there for Jones doesn't go too far once again. About 7 minutes now left on the clock for the Falcons, down 2. 23-21 is the score.
Stop by number 53, Gerald Baker the third.
It'll be 3rd and 2. So once again, the clock isn't a serious problem, but you still got to get this drive going and get it going quick. Drew Jones in the backfield. Another bunch set, no receivers. Huntley in motion. Another handoff to Omari Jones.
And they've just been pounding it with Omari, just
Number 2, Omar
short gains, and you know, it adds up as we get farther into this game. But when is it time to start taking some shots?
I think very soon. And what I've noticed is nearly every time St. Joe's is in that formation and Huntley goes in motion, it's pretty much the same exact play. It's always a halfback dive to Jones. So maybe you have that formation. Maybe you have Huntley go in motion and you do a play action and you take a deep shot. I think that would definitely take the defense off guard.
Yeah, but it's moving the sticks, so what can we say?
That's true. 35-yard line pitch out to Omari Jones. Jones finding the sideline, and it's maybe a gain of 2 or 3 for Jones.
Yeah, and like we said earlier, he's just completely dominating that backfield today. He's getting all of those touches.
It seems like the way this drive is going, yes, it is very methodical, but they're getting down the field. But I think you got to start at least throwing some passes. Maybe not deep shots, but just throw the ball a little. Let DeGennaro air it out just a little bit, just to see what you have. You only got 5.5 minutes left to go on your own 38-yard line.
The last thing you want is to have 8 minutes and still not get down the field. So
exactly, yeah. This drive is a little too slow for my liking. But we'll see how it turns out for the Falcons. Same formation once again. Jones in the backfield, no wide receivers. Huntley once again in motion. There it is. There's the play action by DeGennaro. There's the catch by DeCaro. And that'll be another first down. Big game for the Falcons. About a 15-yard gain by Jeremy DeCaro. And that's what I was just talking about. You have that formation. You have Huntley go in motion. Every single time it's been a handoff to Omari Jones. That time you do the play action. You hit DeCaro, and it's a first down.
Yeah, and almost all the passes today have exclusively been DeGennaro rolling out and hitting DeCaro on the run or hitting Maglicano on the run. So it's definitely like according to game plan, we're going with a lot of rushes down the middle and then play action passes to the outside.
Definitely. And it has been working. So St. Joe's in Elizabeth territory now with 5 minutes left to go. It's a pretty comfortable position to be in, but obviously you're still down 2. So do not lay back at all. You still got to be going all out. Omari Jones pitch off to the left. And Jones is met with a couple Elizabeth defenders. And it's a short gain, maybe 2 yards there for the senior. And this is when this St. Joe's offense, I think you got to make some big plays soon, because just looking at the guys on the field, DeCaro and Jones seem to be absolutely gassed right now. They are exhausted. So the longer this drive goes, the worse off it could be for St. Joe's.
Yeah, a lot of guys on this team play on both sides of the ball, so it's very easy to get tired, especially down the stretch. They haven't really had a close game like this this season yet, so they haven't been utilized the whole game pretty much yet this year.
Yeah, the closest they've had so far this year was a 29-19 victory over Union. Still a double-digit 2-possession win. But right now they're down with 4 minutes left to go. It's another inside handoff to Jones. And Jones going to need help here by Martinez to get up.
Yeah, and I wouldn't be surprised if this is the play where they run another play action pass to the outside, maybe in the opposite direction this time. But
I think you really need to. And it's a 3rd and 3 for St. Joe's. Interesting play call, but the way this Elizabeth run defense has been going against these exhausted running backs, I think you got to air it out here to get that first down. You are clearly not in field goal range for Huseth on the 42-yard line. Hand off to Jones. Omari Jones fighting for the first. It's going to be very close. And that'll be a first down for the Falcons. And even though Jones wasn't 100% on that run, you could clearly see it. That O-line has been dominating all day today. And they gave him just enough of a hole to get that first down.
Yeah, and I think if you're Elizabeth, now it's time that you start worrying about the clock. Obviously, a lot of rushing plays. St. Joe's has already crunched 5 minutes off this clock, and they're not even in the end zone yet.
So now if the Falcons get a score, if they get that field goal or that touchdown, Elizabeth, yeah, like you said, they got to worry about how much time is on the clock, and it won't be a lot the way this drive has been going. DeCaro in motion. Fake handoff, play action to Jones. DeGennaro
doesn't really have
rolling
anyone.
out to the right.
He voluntarily goes down. But
yeah, it's going to be a QB slide there for Daniel DeGennaro. 2 minutes and 50 seconds left to go for the Falcons, 23-21. Elizabeth leads, and Amari Jones, and not Amari Jones, I'm sorry, Jeremy DeCarl was gassed after that play. Hands on his knees. This offense it seems like they're almost done in this game, so something's got to happen real soon.
Yeah, and DeCaro plays on both sides of the ball, like we mentioned, and he's been busy chasing down receivers who are running after the catch. So when he comes on offense, he hasn't really been on his best game today.
So now is when you maybe hit a guy like Magliacano on a deep shot. Maybe you just have a chance. Fake handoff, play action for DeGennaro. Daniel DeGennaro. Ball is up and it's intercepted by Grimmaud.
He's down.
Grimmaud with the interception for Elizabeth. Fabian Grimmaud.
And DeGennaro just tried to force it in there and right off the receiver's hands into Elizabeth's hands. So that's a brutal drive.
Yeah, pass got tipped up in the air, and they threw the ball, so you got to give them credit for that. But that is just not the throw you want to make. So even with the 3 and out, St. Joe's will be left with very minimal time left on the clock if they even get the ball back. Falcons are left with 3 timeouts. So a 3 and out is crucial right now for St. Joe's. 3 wide receiver set. Tropiano, hand off to Grimmaud, the man that just got the interception, Rodney Fanning, on the tackle.
Rodney's been great as a run stuffer today, and they need him now more than any time this game. Obviously, it's a 1 possession game still, so 1 3 and out. If St. Joe's gets the ball back, the game could change in a matter of 1 play.
It definitely could, and that run maybe got back to the line of scrimmage. St. Joe's down 2, 23-21. Elizabeth leads, 2 minutes left to go, 2nd and 10 for the Minutemen. Just 2 more plays for the St. Joe's defense. That's all they need, but they're a massive 2 plays. We're going to wait for both teams to come back from the timeout to stop the clock. This could be Coach Bill Tracy' first loss at St. Joe's, and it would be the first loss this entire season for the Falcons.
Yeah, and back to that interception, this is the first time this year where we've seen Daniel DeGennaro really make a forced pass like that, and obviously with the game so close, it's one of the first mistakes he's made that could cost him the game.
Yeah, it's been a bit of an up and down quarterback. Some passes you're like, this is the guy, but then there's other passes like that where you start to question something. So it's going to be a 2 wide receiver set now for the Minutemen. Yet another handoff. Grimmaud has some space, but St. Joe's plugs it up immediately, and he'll get back to maybe the line of scrimmage. Minute 56 left to go. 3rd and long for Elizabeth. St. Joe's takes a timeout, and so will we. We'll be right back for this 3rd down play. We are back for this 3rd down play. 3rd and 7 for Elizabeth. Saket, do we see a pass here?
I think you have to if you're Elizabeth. I mean, if you get stopped right now, then you're going to have to give the ball right back to the Falcons, and you know how 1 play could change the outcome of the game.
2 wide receiver set, play action, looking, pass is complete. Almasi on the tackle, and it will be a 1st down for Elizabeth, moving the chains, and that might just do it for this game.
The man who caught the pass is down right now.
Jaden Canelo for
No,
Elizabeth.
Elizabeth's had a lot of injuries right now to their receiving core. I mean, the two best receivers for them have went out of the game, and now another guy. So
Yeah, it looks like Remigio was actually back in for that play, though. So I'm surprised they didn't target him, but obviously you got a wide open Canelo. So it's an easy first down for Elizabeth, and it might be the game-winning play. It's going to be an injury timeout, so we'll take another short break. Both teams going to head onto the field after that injury timeout. And the clock is running. Minute 40 left. St. Joe's down 23-21 against Elizabeth in this game.
yeah, so we're in the same situation we were a couple downs ago. They need a first down, maybe. The clock is a problem.
Yeah, I think technically to end this game, they would need a first down, but still, if St. Joe's manages to get the ball back, it would be with mere seconds left. It's a good stop there by Tooley.
By number 11, Diane Gawal. Stop by number 56, Jake Tooley.
It's a good stop there by Jake Tooley. And then it'll be a timeout for St. Joe's.
Timeout Falcons.
That is their last timeout. Minute 14 left, 2nd and 12. And I mean, Sikat, this is just a disappointing loss for the Falcons. Had a incredible 3-0 start. You come into this game pretty sure you're the better team, and it looks like Elizabeth is going to cap this one off with a victory.
Yeah, and I think it comes back to what we were talking about earlier with those unforced errors. I mean, we saw a couple drop passes early in the game and then a fumble, and then obviously the secondary has been really weak today. So I think there's a lot of things to improve on for the next game against Westfield, but it comes back to sloppiness and unforced errors.
Yeah, next week we'll be at Westfield. We will have a broadcast for that game, so make sure to tune in. St. Joe's will likely try and come back from a loss here, and it looks like they are in a winning formation with Tropiano taking a knee right here. So a minute left to go in the game. 3rd and 12 now. Will likely just be another knee by Tropiano. And so, Kath, where do you think either Elizabeth went right against the Falcons or St. Joe's went wrong in this game that we're seeing this outcome?
Yeah, and we're just talking about those unforced errors for St. Joe's, but to Elizabeth, those receivers really stepped up today and burned our secondary. So I think if you're Elizabeth, you got to take this with a grain of salt. I mean, Falcons weren't playing to their standards, I think.
Yeah, maybe it's having more safety help from Jones and DeCaro back there in the secondary, but nonetheless, that will be a 23-21 victory for Elizabeth here at the Brenner Family Field. For Saketh Kodori, Jack Kemmler, Brian Burke, I'm Ben Chadwick. Thanks for tuning in.